welcome to Stacey Dee's Kitchen. Today I'm so excited because to celebrate the DVD, Blu-ray and digital release of My Little Pony the movie, which is out this half term, I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own My Little Pony inspired rainbow cupcakes. Okay guys, the first thing you need to do is put your oven on to 160 degrees or 140 degrees fan. Once you've done that, it's now time to cream together your butter and your sugar. I have 250 grams of caster sugar here, which I'm popping into my bowl. And on top of that, you want to put 200 grams of softened unsalted butter. Bloop. Now, start mixing slowly. The aim here is to start mixing nice and slowly. Once it's all incorporated, whack the speed up to high and mix it until it's light and fluffy. Okay, very happy with that. I put 260 ml of whole milk into a jug, and on top of that, I'm going to crack 2 large eggs into it. 1, 2. Gently whisk it with a fork. Now it's time to use the strawberry flavouring of your choice. This one is Foodie Flavours and it's a natural flavouring and you don't need very much of it. It smells amazing, and this is just to give your cupcake that lovely strawberry flavour. You probably need around 10 drops of it. This bowl I have 250 grams of plain flour. I also here have 3 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm going to pop the baking powder into the plain flour. Now I'm going to put half the flour in the bowl, followed by half the milk, then the other half the flour in the bowl, followed by the other half of the milk. We'll do it at the same time. Okay. And very slowly mix it together. Now the other half of the flour and the other half of milk. Now I'm going to put a bit of electric pink food colouring into my cake mixture. Now let's turn on the machine slowly. Today I've decided to use these cupcake cases. The good thing about these is you don't actually need a muffin tray. You can just put them on any baking sheet because they don't flop all over the place. They're nice and sturdy. I've got my trusted ice cream scoop and I'm going to start filling them up. You need to make sure that your cases are 2/3 full. I think Pinkie Pie will be very pleased with this colour. Using an ice cream scoop is very, very helpful, just to keep everything nice and neat. So I'm making 12 today. Just going to gently tap it down on the surface to smooth them, to make sure they're all smooth. Now all that's left to do is bake these gorgeous strawberry cupcakes for around 15 minutes. Now this is my absolute favourite bit. I'm going to make an amazing rainbow swirly buttercream frosting. And I've made it very, very easy for you because all you have to do is put an entire block of very soft butter into your mixer. Put that in. And 750 grams of icing sugar. And you know what? I haven't even sifted it. It's really not necessary for this particular buttercream. So we're going to pour the entire 750 grams on top of your butter. And on top of that, I'm going to put 50 ml of whole milk. Now using a whisk attachment, and it is important you do use a whisk attachment because with a paddle attachment, when you turn it on, it will fly everywhere, but with a whisk attachment, it won't. Turn on your mixer to a low speed. Once it's all nicely incorporated and you've managed to turn the speed up to high without plumes of icing sugar going everywhere, it's time to change to your paddle attachment. Now I'm going to turn the speed to high and I'm going to carry on mixing for around 3 minutes and everything will become light and fluffy and it's going to be the most beautiful buttercream you've ever tasted. Now there's only one thing left to add and that's a little bit of the flavouring of your choice. I've decided for this one, because we're doing My Little Pony, the candy floss just seemed very fitting. So I'm going to put a few little drops of candy floss food flavouring into this. Now I'm going to mix this in and then we're done with this part of the buttercream. So there's 7 bowls of buttercream ready to be coloured, all the colours of the rainbow. So I'm going to show you what I do. I just put a tiny bit of food colouring in each one. And give it a stir. Pink. Purple. Finishing off with a spatula. Just make sure it's all incorporated into each one. These disposable icing bags are really handy. You want to get 7 small disposable icing bags. And then once you've incorporated all your colour into each buttercream, you want to pop it into an icing bag, ready to use. I've chosen to do 7 colours. Obviously you can choose as many colours as you want. Don't feel like you've got to do all 7. For the next part of your beautiful rainbow swirl buttercream, you need to take a little snip off the end of each of your icing bags. Once you've done that, you need to get a piece of cling film flat onto the table and pipe just 1 line of each colour next to each other on the cling film. Fold over so the pink is touching the red and just tuck it under and roll it up. Easy. Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. Now I'm just going to leave these to cool, and while they're cooling, I'm going to play with my favourite ponies. Now you've got your beautiful rainbow tubes, it's time to pop it into a large icing bag. So any nozzle of your choice. I'm using like a open sort of flowery nozzle. It's up to you, it really doesn't matter. Just make sure that it's not too small, because otherwise you might not get all the beautiful colours coming out. So put your nozzle in your bag, make a hole at the bottom so it comes through. Then I'm going to cut the bottom off of the icing tube, just pop it all the way down. Now it's time to decorate one of your cakes. So grab a cake of your choice, again apple corer, plunge it into the centre, gently twist it, and then remove the centre of the cake. And now we're going to fill it with some sprinkles, but you can fill it with whatever you fancy. But because it's a rainbow inspired cake, I'm going to fill it with my favourite bright, colourful sprinkles. I'm just going to pour them in the middle. This is what makes it a piñata cake, so you get a bit of a surprise when you eat it. And then pop out from the apple corer, the centre, and put it back in. So we filled our cupcakes, and now it's time to do some swirls that Rainbow Dash will be proud of. Starting from the centre, we're going to swirl round, up and down. Now these swirls look incredibly impressive, but they're actually not hard to do. If you have glitter, now's the time to sprinkle it on the top to give it that extra magical touch. So there you have it. Now you know how to make your very own My Little Pony inspired rainbow cupcakes. And don't forget to get hold of your copy of My Little Pony the movie when it's released on DVD and Blu-ray February the 12th. Bye, see you soon.